Something huge is happening in the world of business right now. The old way of thinking, that you need a huge team and a ton of cash to build something massive, that's getting totally flipped on its head. And it's all because of one thing: artificial intelligence. We are literally at the dawn of a new era, the era of the billion-dollar solo founder. And today, we're going to dig into exactly how that's not just possible, but probable.
And look, this isn't just some wild theory I cooked up. This is coming straight from the top. We're talking about people like OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman. He's not just guessing this is going to happen. He sees the actual technology, the foundation for it, being built as we speak. This isn't just a small shift. It's a complete reimagining of what a single person can build.
All right, so let's get crystal clear on what we mean by this term: a unicorn solopreneur. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But the definition is pretty simple. It's one person, a single founder, who builds a company worth over $1 billion. No big traditional team, no army of co-founders, just one person, using technology at a scale that was unimaginable until now.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll walk through a real founder's journey to see what this looks like. Then, we'll dive into the AI superpowers that you can actually use. After that, we'll cover the new rules of building in this era, and we'll wrap it all up with a 30-day launch plan to get you from 0 to 1.
To really make this idea hit home, let's look at a real person who embodies the kind of ambition and drive we're talking about. The story of Lucy Guo is just a perfect example of what's possible when you combine hustle with the insane leverage that AI provides. So her story starts, and I love this, with playground-level hustle, selling Pokemon cards. That same drive led her to drop out of a top-tier university to take the Thiel Fellowship. And get this, by age 21, she had co-founded Scale AI, a company that's become absolutely critical for training AI models. But she didn't stop there, of course. She then launched her own venture firm, and now her latest company passes.
And what's the result of all that? A net worth of $1.3 billion. Forbes named her the youngest self-made female billionaire. Her story is just proof of the incredible speed and scale that this new wave of tech enables. Now, just imagine what happens when you combine that kind of vision with tools that are built for a team of one.
Okay, so that's the who. That's the inspiration. But the big question is, how? How in the world does one person even begin to operate at that kind of scale? Well, the answer lies in a whole new set of tools. Let's call them your AI superpowers.
This is where it gets really interesting. What you're looking at here is a playbook. It's a way to take the huge, complex world of AI and break it down into 5 core things you can actually do. This isn't about needing a PhD in computer science. It's a repeatable strategy for building and growing, well, anything.
This is your new toolkit. Seriously, think about it. You can be your own strategist by mastering prompts, your own marketing department by generating endless content, and your own engineering team by building apps with zero code. You're not just hiring people, you're replacing entire departments with a single AI-powered workflow.
Now, all 5 of these are powerful, for sure, but I want to zoom in on 2 that are just absolute game changers for any solo founder: the power to build your product and the power to sell it, basically on autopilot.
So the first one is all about speed to market. In the past, if you had an idea on a spreadsheet, turning that into a real working app could take months and a whole team of engineers. Now, with no-code tools like Glide or Adalo, you can turn a simple Google Sheet into a legit, intelligent app in minutes. This totally changes how you test ideas and get them out into the world.
And then you've got this: automation. This system you see here basically does the job of an entire sales development team. It catches a new lead, finds more info about them, scores them to see if they're a good fit, and then kicks off the follow-up process. What used to be 20 minutes of boring, manual research for every single lead now happens instantly. This is how you scale a sales process without hiring a single salesperson.
These superpowers are amazing, but they're really pointing to something much, much bigger. It's not just about doing the same old tasks faster. AI is fundamentally changing how we build things in the first place. The founder's role is shifting from being a coder to being an orchestrator.
And this spectrum just illustrates that journey perfectly. Over on the left, you've got AI as a helpful assistant, a pair programmer that gives you suggestions. But as you move to the right, AI becomes something else entirely. It becomes an autonomous teammate that can plan, build, and even debug entire projects all on its own.
Let's just put those 2 ends side by side. With the augmented IDEs, the human is still totally in the driver's seat, right? You're making every call. But with these new agent-first platforms, your role completely flips. You're not writing every single line of code anymore. Instead, you're directing and managing these autonomous agents that do the heavy lifting for you.
And this is where it gets really mind-bending. As the orchestrator, you can unleash multiple agents to work in parallel. You could have one fixing bugs over here, another building a new feature over there, and a third one running tests, all at the same time. All of a sudden, one person has the output of an entire engineering department. It's an unbelievable force multiplier.
Okay, I know that was a lot. We've seen the huge potential, we've seen the crazy new tools, but how do you actually get started? That brings us to our final section, a practical, no-fluff 30-day plan to take you from a blank page to a real working product.
So this isn't high-level theory. This is your actual roadmap. This plan is designed to walk you through the entire process of coming up with and validating an AI-powered business idea in just 1 month, using all the tools and superpowers we just talked about.
It's all about moving fast. Week 1 is all about getting organized and just generating a ton of ideas. In week 2, you start testing the best of those ideas with a content engine to see what people actually care about. Week 3, you build a simple, no-code version of your core product. And then week 4, the most important part, you look at the data and you're ruthless. You decide, do I scale this thing or do I kill it and move on to the next idea? It's all about speed and learning.
So, when you step back and look at the big picture, the way we create things is changing. The role of a builder is being elevated. You're moving from being a writer of instructions to being an architect of outcomes. It's less about coding and more about having a conversation with technology.
The bottom line is this. The barrier to entry for building something truly massive has never, ever been lower. The tools we've been talking about, the AI assistants, the no-code platforms, the autonomous agents, this stuff isn't science fiction anymore. It is here, right now, today. So the only real question left is the one you see on the screen. What will you build?